the bow?
There's no way. No. No.
Look.
Are you serious? Babe, are you serious?
Yeah.
Babe, you're pregnant? You're actually pregnant? Babe, no fucking way, babe. Why are you crying, babe?
Okay, now you can see a little bit better. He is getting so big. It's like I grew overnight. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Hey guys, so originally we had planned to do our labor vlog and get that, you know, like record that and the whole process and, you know, have that memory for us, and we wanted that to be our first like video, but something happened and we weren't able to record that, so we'll go into our labor story and
Talk about it. It was crazy. It's definitely something new to have a baby during a pandemic and all that stuff.
yeah,
a lot happened. Things happened very fast.
so yeah, well, we just decided, yeah, just sit down and like just talk about it.
Yeah, because
That way we can go back to this. So anyways, we'll start off then. So I started on a Wednesday. I got a membrane sweep done at 40 weeks. That was my second membrane sweep, and that one put me, yeah, into labor, because that Wednesday I had gone to the hospital because I was TMI, but you know, bleeding down there, and I was concerned, so we went, and it turns out I was in early active labor.
yeah, she was already in active labor.
So they told me, you know, I was what, how many centimeters dilated? 3?
She was 3, yeah.
I was 3 centimeters dilated. They gave us a choice of we can stay at the hospital or we can go home, get some rest, eat, just deal with the contractions at home. So we ended up doing that.
Yeah.
We came home, picked up some food, ate. I was doing those exercises to, you know, push it more, like, you know, get that dilation going.
To kind of like speed the process.
Yeah. So that morning, in la madrugada, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hospital told me don't come back unless your contractions are 5 minutes apart or if your water breaks. Cause wait, it was, how many times did we go to the hospital? Cause we had scares.
Like 3, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think that was like our 3rd scare.
Yeah.
So they're like, yo, like next time, like, you know, make sure either your water breaks or count your contractions every 5 minutes. So we're like, okay.
Like make sure it's some like serious.
Like, yeah, like they weren't rude about it.
No,
but
not at all.
They're like, or if you have any concerns, like come back. So, shit. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, 5 in the morning, my water broke. And I woke him up and I'm like, yo, like it's time, like my water broke, like it's like today, like let's go. Because I was in a lot of pain. My contractions were coming in every 10 minutes and he was asleep.
Yeah, I was asleep.
He was asleep, so you know,
Yeah.
he was able to get some rest. I wasn't able to sleep because,
Yeah,
you know,
she didn't
I was in
sleep
pain
at all.
every 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, and she was doing exercise and stuff. I remember being asleep, and then yeah, she just came into the room, woke me up, and then she's like, hey, like my water broke, and I was like, oh, like, you know, like I wanted to be there, but like I was tired. Like it was very crazy. It's been a roller coaster of a ride. So I mean, I got some rest. She wasn't able to, but yeah, it was like 5 in the morning.
So yeah, I was really sleep like deprived. Like I didn't get any sleep that night, and then the night before, like I wasn't able to sleep like that good either. So, and then on top of that, I was hungry, and then the contractions. So it was a Wednesday, and then 5 in the morning, it was already Thursday. So we went, you know, to the hospital, got our stuff ready. Got to the hospital around what, like 6 in the morning?
Probably like 6:30. Yeah.
6, yeah. And they we first got there to get admitted, and they had to do a test to make sure that it was, my water did actually break and it wasn't just me peeing. And it did. I already knew that's what it was. So then I had to get tested for COVID, which that was something else.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like I hear it.
Yeah, he didn't have to get.
The people who got it done.
Yeah, he didn't have to get tested, but I did. And yeah, it was something else.
Yeah, they said that since her test came back negative, that they assumed since we lived together that I was in the clear too.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a test, like, it wasn't by choice.
He didn't have to get tested, but he saw me get tested.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish you would have gone tested instead.
No.
That was rough. So once the test came back negative, then they were able to get us a room.
Yeah.
So if it would have been positive, I don't know what would have happened, because we weren't able to get in. Like, we wouldn't be able to get a room unless my test came back negative, which thankfully it did at that time. So yeah, we got a room, we got settled. Was I dilating quick? I think.
I think by the time you got to the room, you were maybe at like 5 centimeters,
4 or
maybe.
5. Yeah, I was around there. I was in freaking pain. Like I said, hungry, tired, sleep deprived, contractions.
All she was eating was just ice. Like, that's all they let her.
Yeah, I was only able to eat.
Yeah, drink and chew on ice.
Chew on ice. And
I was able to sneak out. Not sneak out. They let me go out one time to go get like the duffel bag and like the diaper bag, and I completely.
You didn't even get the diaper bag.
I know,
you forgot the diaper bag.
The diaper bag. I got like food, and then I got our bag, but I completely forgot baby's bag, and then that something happened, and like, I wasn't able to like leave the room.
Yeah. So okay. So getting into that, why he wasn't able to leave the room. So like I said, we got there, I was in a lot of pain. I was 4 or 5 centimeters. They gave me medicine because my body was shutting down. Like, I was like, no, like, I felt like it was just so much at one time. Like, it was just crazy. Like, just like I said. So my body was shutting down. I was vomiting. And yeah, it was just, to add that on top of the list of everything that I was feeling. Like, I was no sleep. Like,
it was pretty bad.
Yeah, so I'm like, give me medicine, and they gave me some medicine, and it helped because I needed to get some rest before I started pushing, because I literally have no energy at all, and like I said, my body was shutting down. So I got some medicine and it helped. I was able to get some sleep.
Yeah, she was like in and out of her sleep, but she like for sure got a little bit of rest.
Yeah, still in pain, still like contracting and everything, but it was a little bit more tolerable.
Yeah, for sure.
With the medicine. And then it was probably around 5, 6 in the afternoon. My mom texted me, and it turns out, my dad tested positive for COVID. So we found out that we were exposed to COVID. And it was really scary because, I was around my dad. Like, my dad was just over, like, a day or two before, we went to the hospital. So it was.
We got to the hospital Thursday, like, in la madrugada. She had seen her, like, her dad was at the house that Tuesday, and then Sunday, Saturday, and then Friday. Yeah. Like,
and then you were around him too.
Yeah, and then I was around, not necessarily, like, I was around his space, but I wasn't like right next to him like she was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So obviously our first thought was, oh my gosh, like, my dad and my baby, like, could, we were exposed. We didn't know if we had it. Even though I did get tested and it came out negative that morning, it was way too soon to know whether or not we had COVID or not. So that was really scary for my dad and, for the family. You just never think it'd hit home, and then it does, and it's like, whoa.
That was crazy, yeah. Like.
And then for us to find out, like, while I was in labor, it was just
it was so unexpected, like, whoa, where did this come from?
Yeah, like, I was, we were, like
scared.
We
were, like, being so careful, like, like, it doesn't take too much to, like, just wear a mask, wash your hands. It's, like, kind of common sense, like, hygiene, like, the first part,
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, like, we did everything we had to do, and somehow, like, it still got to the family. Thankfully, like, everybody's okay now.
Yeah, so
but
my
it was
dad's
still,
okay,
like, sketch.
Yeah, my dad, like, is recovered, for any of those that don't know. My dad's recovered. My mom, ended up getting it. Not to go into too much detail of that, because, that's scary stuff, but thankfully everything's okay. It was just really scary in the moment because, you know, the family was kind of like freaking out because we were all around my dad.
Yeah.
So, and you know, we were just scared for my dad since he has other health issues.
Yeah.
And if you hear, yeah, babies in the background.
But then we ended up telling the nurses, like, hey, like, you know, we just got this phone call, this text, whatever, that, you know, Jenny's dad tested positive, and then they immediately told us, like, yo, you guys can't take off your mask, you guys can't leave the room, like
yeah, like they
like,
geared up, like suited up, like they weren't able to come into the room unless they had, like, you know, that like face shield. They were all covered in like,
yeah, not like a hazmat suit, but like they were like,
it was like, yeah, kind of like another,
yeah, they were like suited up,
like yeah,
just covered up,
yeah. So I mean, it kind of sucked because when you go into the hospital, they ask you, like, you know, have you been COVID exposed, you know, and anybody, and then to find out like that, like I said, in the middle of my labor, it was just like, whoa, like it just, from that point forward, things like shifted, like fast. I didn't know what was gonna happen, like what are we gonna do, like,
yeah, what's next, like what's gonna happen,
yeah,
are they gonna like make us go somewhere else?
Yeah, so
nothing like crazy like that happened, thankfully, but I mean, yeah, she just wasn't able to take off her mask during labor.
Okay, so yeah, after I got tested for, I think we missed this part, after I got tested for COVID and my test came negative that morning, we were able to take off our masks, me and Carlos were, so we didn't have to have a mask on in our delivery room. But once they found out that we were exposed, masks were required. So even when I was pushing, like I still had to wear a mask,
Yeah,
which
sucked,
which was rough because, you know,
it sucked for me to watch, like, not being able to help and everything. Like, the best I could do was just lift up her mask, but I mean,
like even a little bit, because you know, you're breathing in and out, so I was breathing in like the mask just in my mouth, you know, and like it was just a lot. It got really hot with the mask. I don't know, like getting labor wearing a mask like that shit is something else.
Props.
It's something else. So yeah, that was rough. Babe said, he said I was getting really red, huh?
Yeah, she was just getting really red. Like, yeah. Well, I mean, imagine you're like trying to catch your breath, like catch a big breath, because you know you're doing something, and you can't. You just have a mask on. She did really good though. Like, I always give her like props. She killed it. She did amazing.
Yeah, I was rough thinking. So yeah, it was 6, like I said, when we had found that out. Started pushing around 10, 11-ish. So anyways, I got the epidural. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I got the epidural around that time too. No, probably like 3, huh? I got the epidural at 3. I was still feeling, I was in a lot of pain. Like, even though with the medicine, like even the epidural, I still felt the pain all on my side. Like, it was really rough. Like, I felt pain in my side, and they said that it was because of baby's position. Later on, once baby was born, we found out that his umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck.
Yeah, she almost had an emergency C-section because baby's umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck. So when she would lay on her side, it would like tighten up around him, and like it would cut like his circulation and stuff.
I think that's why they said I was in a lot of pain on my one side.
So they immediately like told her, you can't lay like that, like, you know.
Yeah, I had to keep switching my positions, because if I turned, let's say it was my left side, I would lay on my left side, and his heartbeat started slowing down because he wasn't like breathing,
getting like blood and
he was
stuff.
getting like oxygen or anything. So then they had me on the side where I was in pain, but it was so, you know, uncomfortable being in that area for hours. But that's the only way his heartbeat was able to go back up to normal. So yeah, that was scary too. So like I said, it came around 11. I started pushing. Oh my gosh, wearing the mask. I pushed for 2 hours, right? 2 hours, babe? Pushed for 2 hours, and the reason why it took so long was because I was not getting any contractions. My contractions were coming really slow when it came to pushing, and like previously, like before, they were coming in like hot, like boom boom boom, and then it came to pushing, they slowed down. So, and you know, when you're getting a contraction, that's when you're supposed to push. Well, for me, it was, we were there waiting for my contractions to kick in.
They were like, just like, she would get a contraction, it would last on like whatever, how long it's supposed to last, and then she'd have like a 4 minute gap of nothing.
It felt like
Yeah.
forever. It felt like forever. I was getting so irritated.
The doctors and I were just there, like with her, standing, like just watching the screen. Like,
Yeah, I just
when
see
is something
everybody
gonna
just.
happen?
I'm just laying there and I see everybody watching the screen because they were telling me, okay, you're getting a contraction's coming. Like, let's go. Like, get ready. Like, you know, take a deep breath. And yeah, it was just weird. Like, having everybody just wait for the screen. Like,
Yeah.
it was,
You could
yeah.
tell the doctor was getting a little like impatient, because I mean, yeah, it was like just like a 4 or 5 minute gap of nothing, like just nothing.
If I would have lasted any longer like that, I would have gone into a C-section.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that afterwards, when they pulled baby out, they saw that his umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck, and yeah, that he wasn't getting enough oxygen. They said I got really, really, really lucky.
Yeah.
So thankfully, you know, nothing happened, and it was 2 hours, and it was rough, like I said. And having to wear the mask, like Carlos said, he would like lift the mask up so I could get like some some air. But yeah, it was rough. But yeah, he was born at 12:42 a.m.
Yeah.
He is 20 inches long, and he weighed 6 pounds and 15 ounces, which he's way smaller than what we were told and what we were definitely expecting.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, we were expecting a 8-pound baby, 9 pound.
Yeah, I should like around like maybe like
I'm looking in the hair.
a 7, 8, like not even an 8, but like 7, 7.5, pushing 8-pound baby, you know?
Yeah. So he was really, really small, and then they put him on my chest for the first time, and that was awesome. That was like the best part, like just seeing him and getting to hold him for the first time.
Yeah.
Mind you, they were doing a lot of work, like down there.
Yeah, for you new like dads, like, or like, you know, if your lady is expecting a baby and you guys are near the date, like, it sounds crazy. A lot of people say it's crazy. It is. It's something new. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you're just in shock.
I was
like.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I was not expecting that. Like, you know how they put Andres on me, and then they were like I felt like just seeing like everybody like move fast, like they were pressing on my stomach, like freaking, and I was like in pain. I was just like, oh shoot, you know. At the same time, like, you know, trying to hold my son and seeing him for the first time. They're all working fast, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, they were really quick though. But I mean, like I was saying, like, it's something new. It's definitely like crazy what you see, you know. But it's not necessarily like, oh my gosh, like this is something out of a horror movie. It's not like that. Like, no. It's beautiful. Like, it's in its own way, it's a beautiful thing that, you know, we get to see, because like I can say that, like I can tell them, like, hey, like I saw you with my own eyes, like when, you know, you came out all the way.
And babe, you didn't want to see, huh?
Yeah, I didn't faint or nothing like that. When baby was out and she was holding him and doctor was like, you know, stitching her up, and the other doctor was cleaning all the mess up, I took a step back, and then I just kind of like analyzed everything in the room, like what had just happened, what I had just seen, and then I just got real dizzy. That was it, but like nothing else.
Yeah, because like for me, like I feel like everything happened so fast, because there was not a point in my when I was in labor like where I was like comfortable. Like, I was still in pain regardless, even though I had gotten medicine. Like I was still in pain. It wasn't how I expected, you know, once you get the epidural and everybody seemed fine, because Carlos and I watched a lot of videos. Like, we prepared ourselves. Like, like I made sure we watched videos, and it wasn't like what we had imagined.
Yeah, we watched a lot of Mel and Nas.
But yeah, I was still in a lot of pain, and then, you know, it was just a lot. Like, for me, it was like everything was a blur. Like, finding that out about my dad, like, it didn't hit me until I had gotten home from the hospital. Like, whoa, I really just, you know, that really just happened. Like, this could have happened, like, you know, where I was able to like take a step back and, you know, just take everything in. And then yeah, Carlos, like, you know, like, he saw like everything, like, he was there. And
they
like,
showed me the placenta. No, they showed us her placenta.
I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see
and she's
it.
like, hey, look at this. Like, everybody wants to see it.
Yeah, the doctor was like, the nurse was like, you should see it. Everybody wants to see it. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, no, look at it. And I'm like, okay.
I got to cut baby's umbilical cord. too. That was nice. That was awesome.
They
Another
asked me if
great
I wanted to
memory.
feel his head, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, no, because I was so, like, we were there for so long, like, I was so anxious, so I knew if I felt his head I would have gotten more anxious, and I felt like I might have would have, like, I don't know, would have been longer for me to push. I don't know, I was just scared. I was like, no, 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 I just want to get him out now. Like, I'm like, I just want to meet him, like,
Yeah.
get him out, because with the contractions and everything, he would come out, like, his head, and then, because it was, like, minutes apart from the next contraction, he would go back inside, and then out, and then back inside, you know, because we were waiting for those contractions.
Yeah.
He was one stubborn baby, because I got to full term to 40 weeks, and they had already scheduled my induction and everything.
Yeah.
He has been stubborn from the start.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
But
you heard that, huh?
He's awesome. Like it's awesome. It's worth it. It's all worth it. Like
Yeah.
you know.
I would do it all over
Oh,
again.
yeah.
All over again for him.
Like oh yeah.
How was
Like,
it for you, babe? Like, was it like what you were expecting, or?
It was definitely like, I don't know. I was expecting, like, we watched a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Like I kind of played a lot of scenarios in my head, like, oh, if this happens, I'm gonna react like this. But at the end of the day, you just kind of flow with it. I just kind of went with it. Like I didn't overreact. I didn't panic or nothing. Like I don't get like that, you know. Not anymore, at least. And like yeah, I was just real calm about it. And I was like, okay, you know, there's doctors here, there's nurses here. I'm right here with her. Like I will jump in front of this woman in front of a bullet for her, you know, anything. Like I'm right there. And you know, like thankfully it was all good. It was definitely a lot more like mental in my part.
Yeah.
On my part, sorry, because like just seeing her in pain and not being able to do anything for her, not being able to help her, all I was able to do was just massage her or like hold her hand. But like I couldn't do anything. Like I was like useless. You feel useless. You feel, you know, powerless. Like it sucks. It sucks. But I told her, like, you know, like, he's here. Thank you so much. Like, you know, you gave, you know, your body a lot of like mind. You know, like it got you mentally, physically. You know, he's here. For 9 months you carried him.
And
So
those 9
now
months
it's like
were rough.
yeah, it's
He
my
saw
turn.
too.
Yeah, it's my turn to do like, you know, my part. And I'm trying my best to keep up with it. It's worth it though, for sure. Like I keep saying, for sure it's worth it.
Yeah, that was his biggest thing. Just seeing me in pain and not being able to do anything. I remember that's what he would always say, like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Like, not being able to help you. But
Yeah.
he was a lot of help. Like, you know, anytime I'd get a contraction, I'd be like, babe, come massage me, and he would be like right there.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, harder, I can't feel anything.
I was using my elbow. I was going in.
Yeah, let me tell you, like, by the time that I had
Yeah.
gone to the bathroom after that, like, he was out and everything, my back was bruised bad.
Yeah, it was
I think
really
was it
bad.
from the massages?
No, it wasn't from the massages. It was from the epidural.
The epidural?
Yeah, and all the pressure from when you were pushing baby, remember?
Oh, the pressure, and then I think it was from the massages, babe.
I don't know.
I was
don't
bruised,
think
like,
so.
bad. Like, I've never
Yeah.
seen, like, my whole lower back, like
Yeah,
big
it was
purple,
bruised.
green
Yeah.
bruises.
It was bad.
I was like, whoa. And then, yeah, I remember my legs, lifting up my legs after, like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that was crazy. I was not expecting that. Because the epidural, you can't walk. So they would have to lift up my legs because I couldn't feel them. I couldn't move them myself.
She was like numb for the longest time. Her legs were numb. Like she couldn't lift them up herself. We were doing it for her.
They're like, damn, how much did you take?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they gave you this little thing where you can just press on it and keep giving it. And you were supposed to be
Yeah,
doing
she
it
went
every
hard.
15 minutes. But I think I would do it.
She was just there like playing with it.
Because I didn't know, they didn't tell me until like way later, like, oh, every 15 minutes. I'm like, oh shoot. I've
She
been
took
doing it
advantage
more.
of that.
I've been doing it more than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my legs were really swollen. I couldn't walk. But yeah, thankfully he's here now, and that was just a crazy experience. I mean, and for us, first-time parents going into it like that, like he said, in the middle of a freaking pandemic.
Yeah, there's so much going on. You know, there's a lot going on. You know, the world's messy right now.
Yeah, it was scary. It was really scary, but
Stressful for sure.
oh yeah. But thankfully we did it.
Yeah.
And he's here. I would show
Thankfully
you guys
he's
him,
here.
but he's sleeping.
He's
right
sleeping
now.
right
He'll
now,
probably
yeah.
wake up and we'll try like showing him you guys. But
Yeah. Or we'll just like
Hello, wake up. Yeah, this is saying wake up too. He's been calling you. No, don't go to sleep. No, you've been saying that and then you go to sleep. Come on. Let's go outside.
You're like 15 minutes though. 15 minutes.
Actually, you've been sleeping for 20.
I haven't slept, bro. I've been awake because you keep fucking with me.
What?
Yeah, you keep coming and messing with me. I'm sorry.
No, your son keeps calling you. He said he wants to play.
I know, and we will like 15 minutes.
He said tummy time.
I know, yeah, I know, we will like 15 minutes.
He said no. He said no.
In like 15, Papa.
Right now, Papa, or later? Andres. Hi, Papa. Hello. Say hi, Papa. Say hello. You're growing so much. Look. Oh my gosh, I just got him this like probably a week ago and not probably 2 weeks ago and he's already outgrowing it.